this was my favourite film when I was at first year university, so I apologise in advance.
So I believe you were pretty taken with the Judy Davis character. Can you tell us about that?
I was obsessed with this Judy Davis character, and I dressed like her. I memorised all the lines. I have no idea why I honed in on her, but I was obsessed. And I think that a lot of people, you finish high school, you move out of home, and in order to kind of, I don't know, just go through that journey of finding out who you are, you often kind of latch on to certain fictitious characters. I studied early Russian film, early Australian film, popular television, popular Australian television, a lot of feminist film and television theory. And I was fascinated by it, and it helps you put on a set of goggles and look into this world that you've taken for granted and suddenly stand back and see things from another perspective. Now, this movie was written by Laura Jones, directed by Julian Armstrong, starred Claudia Karvan, Judy Davis, and Jan Adele, and it's a story of three women. It's this extraordinary love affair about kind of women and how they fight and their emotions and the kind of the love you have for your own children and the protectiveness that you just have for children, full stop. And a lot of the subjects of the love subjects of film and great literature and film literature, any constructs of narrative are the heterosexual relationship. But the ones that deal with those kind of bonds are just, they're so dense, they're so heartbreaking, they're gut-wrenching. I mean, and it gave me an idea to see, she was 12 or 13, Claude was at the time, and Janet Adele was about 60, and to see a woman kind of in her mid-30s, I mean, you just don't see those kind of films anymore. When I see High Tide, I feel exactly the same
That's interesting.
as a 20-year-old cinema studies student living in a share household, falling in love, smoking lots of dopes, listening to albums, going to pubs, and it hits me right back there again. And I can now see I was a 12-year-old girl, I was a 35-year-old woman, and I have a use-by date, and I'm on to the Jan Adele character fagging and living in a caravan in a place called Eden, which is full of kind of creepy fishermen. So it's an extraordinary movie.